Have you ever wondered about the journey of women's representation in Indian politics? How did we move from a time when women were barely visible in the political sphere to a point where they're set to occupy a third of the seats in the parliament and state assemblies? Let's dive into this intriguing story. The journey begins in the early 1950s. The first Indian general election, held in 1951-52, established universal suffrage for all adult citizens, men and women alike, aged 21 or older under Article 326 of the Constitution of India. Yet despite this monumental step, the representation of women in the Indian Parliament and state legislatures remained disappointingly low for decades. Fast forward to May 1989. Former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi introduced the Constitution Amendment Bill to reserve one-third of the seats for women in rural and urban local bodies. Although the bill passed in Lok Sabha, it stumbled in Rajya Sabha later that year. The seed of change, however, had been planted. On September 12, 1996, the Deve Gowda-led United Front government reintroduced the idea of female reservation in the parliament with the 81st Constitution Amendment Bill. Yet, the bill failed to secure approval in the Lok Sabha and lapsed. In the ensuing years, the Women's Reservation Bill, as it came to be known, saw many introductions and rejections. Despite repeated efforts by the Atal Bihari Vajpayee-led NDA government in 1998, 1999, 2002, and 2003, the bill didn't secure the necessary support and lapsed each time. The narrative took a turn in 2008, when the Manmohan Singh-led UPA government introduced the Women's Reservation Bill in the Rajya Sabha. Unlike bills introduced in the Lok Sabha, those introduced in the Rajya Sabha do not lapse. However, the bill never made it to the Lok Sabha. This brings us to our current timeline. In 2023, Narendra Modi's NDA government successfully passed the Women's Reservation Bill in both Houses of Parliament, the first bill to be passed in the new Parliament building. The 128th Constitution Amendment Bill transformed into the 106th Constitution Amendment Act with the assent of the Indian President. To recap, the journey of women's representation in Indian politics moved from negligible presence in the 1950s to the promise of one-third representation in 2023. It was a journey fraught with challenges and setbacks, but one that ultimately bore fruit. The Women's Reservation Bill, once a mere proposal, is now a reality, marking a significant stride towards gender equality in Indian politics.